Okie dokie. My kids, it's spring break. So if you hear them in the background, just know the monsters are loose. So they've been pretty quiet all day. So we'll see how they do. So good morning, y'all. Hope you had a great weekend. Welcome in to the 111 channel. Apparently that's all we're trading now because it's really doing good. And I tried out a new little software today. Let me show it to you. Option Omega, a back testing. And the cool thing about it, it's real similar to eDelta Pro. The cool thing about it is they have data that is 5-minute data. So they have data every 5 minutes. And you can go back all the way to 2013 and test. So I tested the 111, which did really well, right? You win 99.6% of the time. And you see, since that time, if you started with 100,000, you'd have 176,000 today. And then I tried the 112, and the 112 made 247,000. So it made an extra $100,000. I thought that was cool. Your win rate goes up, which you would expect because that short put is a little bit farther out. Problem is, when you did have a loser, it was a little bit more. Now, I had to do this in SPY because, as many other backtesting softwares, they don't have futures data. So I had to do this on, it on SPY. Let me see one other thing that I wanted to do here. I'm trying to get back to this. There was one thing that I hadn't tried, and it's this. I wanted to see what that is. Oh, yeah. Plus or minus what? Okay, so I think you can go legs down. Let's try that. So if you sell the 30 delta, let's see if I can do this. So that means I would get rid of this one. So if I'm on SPY, help me think about it, y'all. We would do it not 50 wide, but 5 wide, right? So we go 5 wide. Yeah. So we would buy a put, and we would sell a put 5 below that. I think that's what it would be. Let's run that back to see if it's any different. And then you'd sell 2 of the 5. Let's see. I need to check with him and see. I met with Troy today. He's a dude in Tennessee that came up with this little backtesting software. So we'll see if it changes anything. But it's kind of cool, right? 5-minute data, and it still showed that the 111, 112s do really well. So what's the market doing? Well, we're up 0.5%. Up. We're at the highs of the day, pretty much. Above overnight high, above VWAP, above the hourly mid-band. The opening cash, 15 minutes. The AD is, what's the AD? Negative 71. That's kind of weird, isn't it? That the AD line is negative, and we are just soaring, baby, just soaring. So let's see if that has had a chance to do this. See if our little back test is finished. Let's see how that is. It's like any back testing software. You try to figure it all out. He gave me a demo today, but I should have asked him about that. So if we're buying the 30 delta, selling 1.5 below, and then selling a 5 delta, 2 of those. That's a 112. Let's just see if that changes anything from actually using the deltas. All right, so let's go back here. We've got that. Volume is still, I don't know what's going on with volume, y'all. Why is everybody not trading? 3,133 looks to be the kind of the norm. It just keeps going down.
They're scared, buddy.
Are they?
I think so.
Maybe, Ken. We got the war going on. We got Putin saying that, we got Biden saying that Putin should be tried for war crimes. What was you going to say, Ken?
I was just going to go on like it's mostly surrounded by that. And there's inflation too. We're having shortages. There's a lot of little nitnoid things that add them up, and they're not so nitnoid. People are scared. I'm listening to people at the church and the community, people I know, they're all there's there's the air, the stench of fear. And a lot of the retail people aren't showing up.
That's crazy. Crazy.
I showed up. I'm retail. I showed up.
Yeah. Oh, we're just, that's what we do. Just kind of business as usual. And one of the problems that I'm having is, remember, I wanted a big down, and this always happens to me. So I've got this humongous loser, this SPX loser, and I'm down 1575 on by buying those 5. But it's down 375 today. I'm still up, but I wanted a big down move so I could help finance that. It doesn't look like I'm going to get that. So that may just, but the good thing about it is that's what allows me to do so much. So we go down 20%, I'm up 20,000. So it's not that I don't want it there, but boy, it's that little thing. Just, losing 375, I've lost. And anytime I try to get cute with stuff, let me show you what that is. That's just 5 long puts. Anytime I try to get cute and leg into this, leg into that, it always goes against me, always. But the cool thing is even so, my other stuff is doing, extremely well. Ken, we were talking about, I tried out this new back testing software, so I think I got this right. Let's see. Opening trades at 12 noon, 5-minute data. This is the 112. This one looks like it's 99.3 win percent going back to 2013. We made 231, 636 compared to, let's see, let me save this one. I'm gonna say this is 112. Let me say 112, 12 using link. I don't know what that is. Let's see if it's any difference from the other one.
How much does this cost to get?
Okay, this one right here. Okay, here's what they did. They gave me a demo today, right? So it's real similar to eDelta Pro. The only problem is that you can only, right now, you can only do SPX and SPY, but that's all we trade, right? They haven't added futures yet. They may add futures. So they're letting me try it out and evaluate it. And it's like the same price as eDelta Pro, like $99 a month, but they said I'm an educator and they were going to give me a referral link. Now, I hate doing referral links without telling y'all that I would ever make money on something. It's almost like if I make money on something, I'd like to put it back into the group.
Emma said small boy's friend.
Well, y'all be straight, okay? Okay, y'all be each other's friend, okay? Y'all be, oh my gosh. So they said though that they would give us a link so that you could get it for a whole year for like $300 or $50 a month. So he's gonna send me the information on that, and I'll pass that along to y'all if y'all are interested. Okay, so linking my short, we made 331,000. If I just go by Delta, we made our ending capital is 347. Let's see if that made a chance. Profit loss, yeah, so it's about the same. But the cool thing is the 112, 99.8% win rate, 99.6% for the 111. But we made more money with the 112. Very interesting. Let me click on it so I'll see the stuff. But as soon as I find out more about this, I'll let you know. So our max loser was more in the 112 than in the 111, and you expect that, right? So if something goes bad, you've got those 2 naked shorts. That gives you a little bit of a problem. But look at this, y'all. 2303 trades, 2299 were winners. So 99.8%. And that's over a lot of time. So I don't know, y'all. It's almost like we ought to shut up about it, right? Stop telling everybody. Everybody and their mom will be doing the 111. It's a good trade. Good trade. All right, let's look at our little thingamajig here. We did draw our big gray monster again. Yep. So here's point of control and volume profile. We are going to the value area high on the volume profile, and we are firmly within the fair value range. So everything's fairly priced. Nothing to see here. It's cool to see the linear regression channel. Linear regression channel looks like, bring it down, Bob, bring it down. Look at this, doing what the linear regression channel does, right? Where, we know we'll pop up against that a couple times, but probably we'll go up and then come back down, as long as this channel is downward pointing. But we know nothing. Anyone got a screwdriver reading? I've got to restart my computer. I just did my mama's taxes yesterday, and I didn't restart my computer. I need to, because I'm not getting a fair.
I've got about 62 right now, Bobby.
62? Okay, I'll put that in. Let's go and put that in. 62. See what that looks like. The trend is my friend until it isn't. Today. So I hadn't had it in a while. 4, 22, 62. And we would expect that to start going down as the market goes up a little bit or sideways. And that's kind of what it is doing. Okay, good. All right, that was great. All right, so let's see what we're doing today. Let's see. Let's check our Greeks. We don't check our Greeks enough. 4, 22. See what our net lick is. Surely we're going up a little bit. 1589. So we're up a little bit today. 589.38. And really, that's not to keep up with our net lick so much, but we need to keep up with our Greeks and ratios. Let's go back over here and let's just kind of look at our Greeks. Our Greeks, I'll make sure I'm on the right account. Yep, is 18.13. And our theta is 20.7. I like it. I like positive theta. Our Vega, when I watch people in like Australia, they do their errors on stuff like that. Theta and Vega. No, 134.4. There was a guy at the gym this morning that was from Australia. And I told him, I said, good day, mate. So our theta is weak, y'all. We need to pick up our theta. That's our buying power, do we? Maybe we need to put something in on the ES to pop that up some. Let's see. What's my buying power? 25,934. 25,934. Wait a minute, how did that do that? It's weird. Did y'all see that? So we're using on this $100,000 some odd account, we're using 25% of our buying power. The VIX between 20 and 30, we could use 35% back. So we can use some more buying power. And these are just things to kind of keep us from getting, too exposed. And it says no adjustment, baby. That's what I like. No adjustment. We're kind of delta neutral. That's the only reason I use all that for. I don't know what that is. So I need to up my game a little bit. So let's bring in this account. And I mean, we're just gonna call it like it is, y'all. I got burned bad this year on our little hedge fund excellent adventure. And I could go back in now. And some of y'all were kind of laughing about it. Bobby lost control of the TQQs and all that stuff. I did. I mean, it took me down. So I got no problem showing y'all this account's down. We were up, $10,000 last year, and we're down 85.69 or so this year. So that is a direct result of us being in the hedge fund, the excellent adventure, and the TQs and all that stuff going down, down, down. Now, if I'd have stayed in it, hindsight, it's 50-50, according to Pat Dye, former coach of the Auburn Tigers. We'd have been a lot better off, but we didn't. So now we got to claw our way back. And that's fine. No problem with that. We'll claw our way back. So what are we going to do? So here we've got -8 delta. We've got bigger negative Vega, and we've got positive theta. So what we need to do is to do our little daily trade, which is a 1-1-1. We'll just put vertical 50 wide. Now, the point that may be that it gets so boring, we're just doing 111s every day. Y'all don't even come back. Y'all go, I know what Bobby's doing today. Just gonna put a 111 on. Yep, that's what we're doing. So 975, 7 days out, we'll move that up $10. And we may or may not get filled because the volume's been so light, we've had to up that about 50 cents lately, see? And that is a direct result of liquidity. We just don't have a lot of people trading now. So as has been the case for the last week or so, we have to go in and bump that up 50 cents. So it's amazing. You can almost tell that when the volume is low, we're going to pop that up. Now this should feel. All right, so we're in. All right, so now it's an update. And on an update, I'm more worried about the next day or the next couple of days being down, right? So we'll go sell something, 112 type thing. You need to pay for that. So we could get, maybe 2 standard deviations out. See that little line? That's the 2 standard deviation mark. So maybe we'll sell, 2 of these to totally pay for our little trade there. So here we go. Got plenty of buying power to do it. See if we get filled. Yep, we're filled. All right. So then what we do is we start putting these trades on in the other account. So we move this over to the side. So we can get us some theta. Now, I'm thinking about doing another something in the E-minis instead of the, oh my gosh, what I got here? 20, 12, 4. That look right. Oh yeah. I do have some weird stuff in here. Okay. Just making sure what I got. Oh, let's look at our grades. See what all we got. We know we're getting killed there. But our 112 is up 71%. This is up 70%. Look at this. This is the one that Ken and Matt got me in, right? And I got 2 contracts on. And that's just been a strong trade. Look at that. We're up $1,150. We're up $200 on the day on that. So that's a 112. I just did it twice, and that's all in the same expiry. Cool. All right, 112 second, up 62%, doing what 112s do. And 111s do. What do? They make money. It's weird, y'all.
Bobby, I'd like to butt in ski here a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been bearish, and I've been bearish since November on a long-term basis. And I was saying how at least until the end of March, we were going to get a down move. Well, I think it's going to extend past March. And the other day, last night, I read where Tom King also he says we're a little overly bullish right now in sentiment. It's just, he said to tread lightly or walk lightly or something like that. And I quite agree with him. And I just want to just say that. But the purpose of what I wanted to butt in here is that when you're looking at that, like the skew driver and whatnot, the volatility is dropping. And I stopped doing 112s in favor of 111s because I believe 112s are stronger trade in high volatility. And when we get out of to regular volatility or just a normal climate, there's nothing that beats the 111. And it hit me while you were talking a little bit. I was late to the party, talking a little bit about the back testing on the 111 and the 112. I think that might be the reason that your 111 back tested better than the 112. And so I just food for thought. And it's like I said, I like the 112. I mean, I like looking at that extra short put, bringing in more revenue. But when the screwdriver is hitting 60s, it's coming back down. It's not 30s by a long shot, but it's coming down, and I'm seeing it in the average true range and other measures of volatility that things are coming down. So I've stopped doing 112s.
Okay, so you're doing 111s instead. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, it's just what the purpose, like that inflection point spread that Matt and I brought up That's another one you put on during a high volatility. It's it also, that one is instead of a VIX hedge. And I actually think about it when I think about 112s, it also could be said to be a substitute for a VIX hedge in high volatility only. Only you got to factor that in. This is just ruminations in my brain, and I'm not suggesting anybody do it. I'm suggesting that you look. I did, and that's where I put my money where my mouth is. I've backed off on these trades unless the volatility goes back up, and then I'm all in.
Yeah, and that's what we got to keep in mind is that, even though it's been such a great trade, it doesn't mean it can't lose. The way that we take care of ourselves is through size, right? So that's one of the things that, it's good that we're kind of going back to this old spreadsheet to go, well, let's just make sure that we don't get overextended. We don't want to get too much of our buying power used. We want to keep within, safe guidelines according to VIX. So we don't use as much money when the VIX is lower. So if let's see, what's the VIX now? Let's see what our little friend VIX is. VIX. Yeah, 19.24. So when I come over here, let's see, VIX at 1924. I said VIX at 1924. Here it is. So VIX between 15 and 20 don't use more than 30% of our buying power. So I'm at 25%. So I'm kind of right there. And that's one of the guidelines that helps us to not, you don't want to take huge losses on this stuff. And again, that's why I also look at my deltas to say, hey, am I kind of neutral? I don't want to be too far, negative. I don't want to be too far positive. So let's say if we were 180 positive. Let's see if that would do anything. See if it would come. So yeah, so then it would say, hey, you need, negative by deltas. 332. Wow, that's interesting. What did we say we were? 18 point something. So we're good. All right, so let's do the same trade over here. So we did the 44.10, 43.60. $43.10, 43.60. Okay, and then we'll. Okay, I'll follow Ken's lead here. I'll do this in a 1 more. So we'll sell something for around 20. Pay for that, but we're a little bit greedy, right? So let's do the 4,000. There we go. So see if we can fill, probably won't, have to work it out. $629 buying power. So remember, when you replace your order, you got to make it less advantageous to yourself, right? So you got to go more, receive less of a credit. 25. Canceled and fill me. There we go. So that's a 111. Let's go put her in. 111. 111. Second, third, second. Just my third. 111. 111 third. Now, and keep him, yeah.
Do you track your 111s and 112s in your spreadsheet?
Okay, so I'm bad, Bobby, right now because I want to do that, Rick, and I've done some of them, and I need to do more. I need to do them all, right? And I just hadn't done it.
Yeah, I can't get my formula to work to bring up the price. So I was just curious about the formula, but whenever you share this spreadsheet, I'll get the formula.
Okay, yeah, and let's look at the spreadsheet. 1, 1, 1, 4. Yeah, so here's what I should do, right? When I do it, 1, 1, 1, 4, here's what I should do. All right, so I should go and put that puppy in. So let's just pretend that I'm doing it. So here's what we should do. We should go over to macros and let's do it. MES. We're tranches, and this is 1, 1, 1, 4. And that helps us to keep up with them, right? And you don't have to put the strikes in on them, but I like doing it. So 1, 1, 1, 4 is 44.10, 43.60, 44.10, 43.60, and then what was it? The 4,000. Yeah, 4,000. All right, so then let's see. I did that for a $12 credit. So calls or puts. It's on the put side. Y'all may not need that if y'all don't put them on the call side. I'm just keeping up with them. And then I got all these little strategies here. So that's just a 1, 1, 1. Days to expiration was, see if we get this thing work right. Days to expiration was 57. Yep, 57. Enter today for, because this is exactly what Rick's talking about. We want to keep up with these things, right? So we can, so I got $12 there, which is indicative. Well, it's not indicative. So it says my credit was 55.59. Let's see if I got this formula fixed right. Order 55.59. Please be 55, 52.59. Darn it. I got to come in here and do something to my formula. But in the meantime, I could just type in 0.5259. Right? And I don't know if I need these 30, 40, 50% profit guides and all that. I could probably do away with those, but no need to. All right, so that's what we do, right? We put the trade in. Now, the cool part, you know, this, we used to use this little thing here that say, hey, if you're going to make, you know, 50% return, you got to sell so much premium per day and all that. So I don't know how applicable that remains because it says I still got a bunch of premium to sell. So I ain't got that fixed yet, but it would be neat if at least we could keep up with our trades, right, that we're doing, so that we can keep up with all these and see which ones are winners. And hopefully this is going to be green, 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 red, green, 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 red. But in the back test, what we got 99% winners. And that was closing on at the 65% profit. Now, am I closing this one at 60? Have I closing any of the other ones at 65% profit? No, and why? Let's talk about why. If the back test shows that, hey, it's optimal to close these things at 65%, well, yeah, I get it, but you know, here's one at 73%. Why am I not closing it? Well, because I need the theta. I need the theta. And my theta is a little low. So what we tried to do today is put on a positive theta trade. You remember that we were, what, 20 or so? So now, what was theta? How much theta did we get from this trade? Quick ratios, 20.7. So this gave me about 3 or 4 in theta that we want to keep up, right? We want to bump that up some, bump it up some. So, you know, the Greeks is a great way. It's probably the best way I know to run a portfolio. Now, we tried all other kind of crap. We did TQQs and all that kind of stuff, got burned. I don't know. I like what we're doing now. So, any questions on the 111 or the 112s? I mean, it's a hot trade right now. I just say we keep it going. Just keep this thing going. And let's inch our way back to profits. I think we will. All right. Well, it is spring break, y'all. So I'm gonna take off the rest of the day. let's say, Ken, I spent this morning removing about half of my naked short position sometime this week. I'll be put on the VIX hedge now that the VIX is below 20, and indeed it is. So I may let it go down. So VIX is down 0.47 today. Wouldn't surprise me if VIX is going to go down a couple more times till we get to about right here, about that 17 or 18, and then it will be time definitely to start maybe putting on the VIX hedge again. All right, great session, guys. That short, sweet, to the point. I will see y'all tomorrow.